Hello everybody. I am going to do my very best today to emulate the happiest moto vlogger I know, because today is not a particularly happy day, but I'm trying to stay positive. Welcome everybody. It is a warm, if a little bit cloudy day in upstate New York, and I am on Lemon, my 2020 790 Adventure R. Now, Lemon and I are on a very special adventure, and that adventure is the dealer. Now, this is not an unusual adventure for a KTM owner, and it is not an unusual adventure for Lemon here, who has been to the KTM dealer a time or two. However, today is a very special trip. Lemon is at 15,304 miles and is having some trouble starting. Now, the valve check is at 18.5, and realistically, the valves are starting to seem like they're a little bit off. So we're going in today to drop the bike off for 3 to 4 weeks. Now, I would have liked to have ridden Lemon a little bit and then brought the bike in when I had an appointment, but both of the dealers I spoke with said, we don't do appointments. What do you think this is, a car dealership? All right, they didn't say that last part, but they did say, we don't do appointments. We would like you to drop your vehicle off, and eventually, at some point in the future, and we honestly are not quite sure when, we'll take a look at it for you. And deep breath, Channel Patrick, this is mildly inconvenient. It is the 19th of April. This is solidly the beginning of riding season. Almost every evening is warm enough to go out, hop on your bike, and have a good time. Saturday and Sundays, pretty darn good weather. I mean, it's overcast, but I would certainly have been happy to go for a 200, 300, 400 mile ride this weekend and enjoy the bike. Unfortunately, I can't get an appointment for the bike, so I just need to drop it off and be very patient. Perhaps it's because I don't buy from dealers. Perhaps it's because I do my own haphazard mechanic work instead of taking it to a dealer regularly. But it just seems odd and not customer friendly to simply say, please drop your bike off for a month. We'll see what we can do. No guarantee that you'll get it back in a month, but why don't you drop it off and let's see what happens. Goodness gracious. However, regardless of the fact that I can't get an appointment and I have to drop the bike off, I am happy to be dropping it off because, to tell you the truth, I'm fairly certain it does need the valves done, and they're going to be kind enough to check the cams. Now, I didn't feel great about selling this bike, but I also didn't feel great about keeping the bike, so I did indeed put it up for sale. And I put it up for sale and had it listed for $6,000. This is a 2020 790 Adventure R with less than 16,000 miles on it. It is well farkled, to say the least. Just about everything you could want except for auxiliary lights is on this bike. But because of the cam issue, the only thing people are interested in is, have you had the cams checked? And since the answer to that is no, no one is even willing to buy one of these. you pretty much, everyone is asking, and I am talking 27 people are asking, has it been to the dealer? Do you have something from them saying the bike is okay? And wow, I know my buddy Tim says the cam issue is totally overblown. He's probably right, honestly. He probably is. It does seem to be a very small percentage of people that have the problem. That said, it's certainly well advertised. It's certainly an issue that you cannot unload these bikes. Fine to very good condition. Nothing mechanically wrong with it that you'll notice. Runs great, rides great, fresh rubber, farkles all over the place. But still, you cannot give these things away. Well, you could give them away. I did have a couple of offers for $4,500, which at that point, quite honestly, I would just let it sit and rust, just out of spite, just out of pure hatred for the bike. So here we are today. We are dropping it off at Edelman Sales and Service Inc. These are nice guys. I have a deposit down on a 390 Adventure R that I want to move to a 390 Adventure X. We'll see what happens. But these guys are going to keep the bike, and hopefully we can find out in a couple of weeks whether it has any cam issues. I no longer plan to sell the bike. My thought is, it's a good bike. I need to get over the fact that I'm not entirely confident in the bike. I think having the professionals here at Edelman's go over it and make sure those cams are going to be okay. It rides great. Like, I noticed from the ride here that it is still exciting. So much power. It is an awesome bike when you're riding it. Hell, it's an awesome bike when you're looking at it, and not just looking at that ugly bug headlight. Those things never warmed up on me. I got 2 bikes with it, never ever warmed up with me. So we're going to end this here. I tried to stay positive for you, Patrick. I really did, but I think that this may have gone from a moto rambling into a moto ranting. We shall see. I will absolutely update everybody on the state of the cams. And I will also be doing a video on, I have a lot of plans for the bike. There are a couple of key things I really want to do to it. Then I have a couple of things that I'd like to do with it. And honestly, getting this bike to be perfect for me will be far, far less expensive than buying a new mid-size bike. Even with what used ones are going for, this one is so close to exactly what I want. It is a better financial decision to keep this. All right, if you folks stuck around, I appreciate it, and take care.